All right, just a short break there this time. So let's see. Like I said, most of the stuff they're going to be doing next session is like overland travel. And I really like to kind of wing that for the most part. And since we already had one kind of big encounter with the gas spiders last time, I don't think I want it. I don't think I want it to be super fighty unless something really interesting pops up in the random encounter table, something really inspiring. But otherwise, it's just going to be dodging patrols, figuring out a way to get closer to the island, and then dealing with what they're going to do in town. What they're going to do when they get closer to the Simmering Island. And kind of to recap, the current goal here, which I probably should have done in the recap portion, the current goal is to get to Salamander's Island and kill him and take his head, as adventurers are wont to do. Because whoever brings back the head of Salamander will become kind of the Emperor of Eden, the main town that the party is from. So that's the current goal. Let's just hit a couple of these watch checks. We've got about 4 a day, like 1 per hex, and then one for night. So like, see if they get ambushed or anything happens at night. Usually I have it so enemies pop up at like 18 or greater. We might extend that down a little bit. Well, I don't know. They're in dangerous territory, so it would be... Let's see, a known NPC. That table is rough. I have not updated the known NPCs table. Let's just see what happens. I don't think so. I don't think Lady Dane is up here yet. Lady Dane DeVol was, last seen down in Orlane. It would be pretty wild for her to be up here. Let's see. We might... wow. What does this table even look like? How long has it been since I updated this? There's 4 entries on it. That is not a... So basically my default is, if this table isn't filled out yet, I just run like a pre-generated NPC. Oops, that was an encounter. Let's see. All right, pre-generated. So it would have been Brass. Oh, that's actually interesting. Like Brass just catches up because they took a while to rest and everything. You know what this might be? Is that they've heard that, like, we'll either hear about or see a skirmish with Brass kind of like behind them as they're going along. We'll figure that out. Yeah. Okay, interesting. So they're gonna run into Brass at some point. We'll keep that in mind. Okay, and that should mostly get them to about the city. So they don't run into too much here. So I think we can... Let's just, like, open another notepad. Let's open a Google Drive, if it's not gonna make my computer freak out. I currently have an update recommendation for both my computer and Chrome, so I'm kind of expecting that my entire computer is just going to explode very shortly. So, you know. Just opening up my notes folder. Let me know if the voice music balance is off at all, as usual. Okay. So the general flow that's going to happen here. You don't have to get too frontsy about it, but the general flow is that they're going to be starting out dodging patrols. They're going to get to town. The kind of obstacle here is that they're gonna have to, like, get on a boat, or generally, like, find a way to the island. And then they have to figure out, like, there's a lot of people on the island. It's just, like, leftover, like, clay buildings and stuff on the island, stone buildings. They're, like, people have just kind of taken over. Goblins and humans and anyone who worships Salamander. Set up camps and, like, camps in a makeshift city leading up to the temple. Sneaking in and fighting Salamander is going to be hard. So this is generally the stuff they're gonna have to deal with here. Like, if they want to sneak in and assassinate this, like, demigod being, this, like, creature that, you know, is gonna have a lot of HP and be generally pretty tough, then, like, they're not really gonna be able to do it in a sneaky way. So I don't know if they've really thought about this at all. They have potentially some allies. They sent a letter. Let's count it out. They met up with some gnolls down here at, like, E33 that were heading to meet up with kind of like the Guardian of the North, kind of a harpy who has also become something of a demigod, but more on the benevolent side. They're, like, kind of a counter force to Salamander right now. Salamander has been trying to bend them to his will, and, you know, they've resisted. They've, like, protected some gnoll villages from being attacked, and this, like, powerful harpy who originally was just about protecting their territory has kind of turned into something of a friendly guardian to the people in the region who don't want to be under Salamander's thumb. So they met some gnolls down here that were headed up there, trying to get kind of, like, around, kind of move around the vicinity of Salamander's territory instead of cutting straight through, because they definitely would have gotten captured and, like, brought to some kind of camp or brought back to the temple. So they met them down here, and it's been how many days? Took another day. They ended that day here, so that's, like, 1, 2, 3. They didn't move very far for these days. 4, 5. Yeah, they just, like, spent a full day here. So 5. So that puts them where? If they move the same rate as the party, which is a reasonable assumption, they would have gotten, like, 1, 2. I don't think they would have taken the road, even though it would have been faster. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. There's a lot of Salamander stuff going in through here. And if they know the lay of the land, they would have gone this way. So it would have been, like, 6, 7. Would have been 7. And we said it took them 5 days to get here? Yeah, so, you know, again, let's assume party moves full rate. 6, 7. And then it'll take them, like, 8, 9. So, like, 4 more days and they'll get here. 2 more days from the time that the gnolls get up to where the Guardian's at. So can we assume that harpies move? What's, like, a harpy move speed? Let's just do that, shall we? Harpies fly speed, specifically. "20 feet by ground, fly by 60 feet. So we can assume that they'll, like, fly twice the distance as the party during the day. Assuming, I don't know. There's some assumptions there, but it's fine. So, like, you know, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 6 axis, yeah. +2. They'll have to wait like +3 days. +3 days for the harpies to get close. And they didn't set up any kind of meet point. They were just like, yo, come help. So yeah. Let's do this by date, right? Where did the date go? So about E33, well, EE33. We're at FF32, yeah. Z34, Z30. Okay. Is that correct? Yeah, FF32. There's definitely BB34 that they stopped at on January 1st, and then, okay. All right. C34. Mark this March 18, why not? That was last week, right? Yeah. March 18. X34. 61. What is that? Oops. Q33. Okay. I also stayed there on the 5th, so I'm just going to mark it like that. All right. So we're not going to mark these down. We're just going to put them in so you can keep track of where the harpies are at. I don't think this is available to anyone else, but I'll, yeah, okay. Okay. So we said, took them 5 days to get and stay here. And that was the time that the harpies, or the gnolls arrived at the harpies' place. Assuming they didn't run into any trouble. I don't want to roll for that. I think it's fine. It's fine to assume best-ish case scenario. So. Right? Wait, hold on. No. Sorry, I should count this out again just to make sure. I don't remember exactly what I said. So, that same day, you know. I did say it takes 5 days to get up there, right? I really should have had this pulled up already. So, counting out the party, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 days to get there. And I think it was 7 days? Yeah, 7 days to get up here, plus 2 more to get over there. So, cross this out. 6, 7. Gnolls arrive. Gnolls arrive at the Guardian Harpies Roost. And then 3 more days. On the 10th. Harpies arrive near the Simmering Island. So, that's marked down. Whether the players decide to wait for backup, we don't know yet. So we're not gonna like figure out too much about that today, but glad we have the timeline down. Let's see. The other thing we definitely know is that they will be probably fighting Salamander at some point. Someone will be fighting Salamander at some point, and the party will probably be involved. That is not terribly hard to figure out. So even though we're still pretty far away, it's not too bad of a bet. Oof. Okay. Probably not too bad of a bet to be like, to start making the temple. And I've already, I don't know how much I should reveal here, but the pillars that the party found in Orlane, in the temple near Orlane, those same pillars are going to pop up here. They're going to be in the temple of Salamander. So that'll be a thing. Let's see what maps we've got for like pre-built temples. Those are prior dungeons. I really just want a big, like, temple courtyard. This wouldn't necessarily be terrible. How big are these? Hold on. Smooth. Very smooth. Let's try on the map layer, huh? Oof. Alright. Where was the blank temple? Is that the blank temple? Okay. Does it have the size listed? Is there like a how to use? Nah. Some things I wish Roll20 could do is just like tell me what tile set, something I'm searching. Oh, I guess it's from Megamaps tiles. There you go. 2 megamaps over 130 tiles. Tell me the size, my friend. Tell me the size. Nope. Not gonna do it. Let's just find it. Let's get rid of the search, and we'll look through the folder. So marketplace purchases, megamaps. Right. Doing a search. Megamaps temple pack. A lot of them are kind of sized to be like 25 by 25, but I don't want to assume. I wouldn't hate like using this pre-built temple as like the inside. But I don't actually think the players are going to go inside the temple at the moment. Oh, here's a readme. Sweet, 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 sweet. Megamap is made up of 4x4 map sections. Each map section are 40 by 40. Wow, that's pretty impressive. 4x4 sections. Wait. 4x4 sections, is that right? Is that a typo? Because I didn't see middle sections here, right? Top left, top right. I think that's just a typo. So I think it's like top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. So I think it's 2 by 2. Included in the special edition are 2 themed pre-designed 4x4 maps. Yeah, it says 40 by 40, and then when you put them together, it's 80 by 80. So, yeah, just a typo. Let's put it in here and see what it looks like, huh? By 80 is big. If you didn't know. Resize, yeah. Set dimensions. Units, 40 by 40. wanted. All right. Top left background. Keep doing that. I don't actually, yeah. I'm pretty sure we want to customize this more than like the themed backgrounds already are. Get out of here. This looks big. I might shrink it by half. If this is just like primarily going to be like the fight place and not much else. Although I did say there would be a lot of activity, so. Why are there two of these? Interesting. I don't believe... Okay, there's like an extra thing. I see an extra thing on like the tower here. Let's just pull both. Let's pull like all these out and see what the difference is, huh? That's the first one, second one, third one, right? So yeah, there's like this thing over here. I don't see any other differences. Like, I don't see a difference between these two, really. Like, the waterfall's there, the, like, little platform things are all the same. These all seem the same. I don't know. That's fine, I guess. That's fine. I kind of like this. We might use this one. Really want to know what's different between these two. It's fine, though. This is clearly the ultimate version of the map. I will one day not double-click this. I was like, wow, did it just get put in the right place? No, it's just really far up. Okay. This isn't too bad. In terms of size, there's a lot of like background going on. Okay. All right. Take a look. Yeah, like each map, some of them have as much as like 75% wasted space. Like this corner, mostly not actual temple. So yeah, I kind of think that's fine. How do people get up here? Might just do the good old, it's not displayed on the map, but there's stairs over here that lead up. Yeah, it kind of looks like that's the intention, that like people come up this way and then like walk around. The other intention is probably that you go through the lower reaches of the temple and then, pop up here. Let me see which pillars I used. I think I archived it because I'm foolish. See if I can get the exact pillars that I used in the Orlane temple, the Naga dungeon. There it is. And the map layer. Yeah, sweet. Perfect. Even though they don't look mega special. Just see. This is a lot of distance. I still think we might cut it in half. Okay. Move things around on the token layer so I don't drag the map around as I do. We might double the size on these. That doesn't look... It looks okay. It's a little pixely, but that's fine. We might center it up here a little bit. Just gonna eyeball that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can't find a good, like, boss token, huh? It might be hard to find in, reachable Salamander variant. I'd have to go like look at lizards or I don't know. Yeah. Let's check out more premium assets, huh? Fire lizard might be appropriate. That might work. We are definitely looking for like a more lizard-like creature, but amphibian, but not. Oh, okay. That's actually good. That's pretty good. Spotted salamander giant? Oh, just a variation. I like the darker color on it. Which pack is this in? Animals. Very well. How much? $5? Okay. Once again, I'll move this over here just to make sure I'm not doxing myself too hard. I don't think Roll20 exposes much, but just making sure. Of course, we're going to get the processing forever situation. So. Try reloading it. I don't know why. I mean, again, I have a Chrome update sitting here, so I'm not like super surprised that it's being a little, you know, a little temperamental. But I always seem to have to like refresh. There we go. It did load. It never actually tells me when it finishes processing, but it's there. Oof. Okay. I think we're gonna make him just straight up 3x3. He'll be a kind of a big boy. So probably we want to stock this with people like worshippers who have like. I think there's probably a lot of people around who have dedicated themselves to just like serving whatever Salamander's needs are, delivering commands. So we'll want to stock this with that. I'm also going to outline just some of the notes I have on this guy. Some of the basic stuff. No stat block or anything yet, just like general abilities. Oh, now it's gone. There's gonna be kind of a lair ability. Flame quadrants. He's just going to like set fire to the arena, like spreading out from him in cones, basically. And it's going to alternate between like this is getting into some Final Fantasy XIV style design, but we're gonna have like cones in the like cardinal directions. Then diagonals. Alternating. So there's that. He's going to be covered in some kind of like pitch, I think. Just some kind of like inflammable oil. It just like naturally gets set ablaze when he kind of like raises in temperature, when he gets fighty. Naturally emblazoned when Salamander is angered or impassioned. Kind of like standard Burning Hands stuff. Basic reflex save, or question mark D6. And there's going to be just kind of a warning, like one will go off, and then like basically flame will like Cone is outlined by flames, kind of merging between the tiles. Standing on such tile at the end of your turn, like reflex save, or I don't know, an appropriate amount, like what an appropriate difficulty or dice roll is for like just an ambient effect that's going to happen every turn. But I guess if it's like too low, they might not care. 2d6 has the potential for 12 damage. We'll leave it at 2d6 for now. Not going to set the DCs yet. The general idea, again, is that, like, they're kind of rushing to get here. They're rushing to beat all the other adventurers here. They didn't even like go to gather their allies, so this is going to be a little harder than if they were more prepared, right? Like, they have the time to prepare if they want, so we have the freedom to make it a bit difficult on them. Let's see. So there's that. And I think we can just generally populate this. Let's go, let's bring that set up. Mega maps. Temple back. They ought to have some buildings and stuff, yeah, that kind of match this style. There's no doors on them, so that's kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Oh wow, I've used these tiles a lot. I didn't know these were part of the set. Okay, there's doors there. Okay. Oh yeah, yep, these are good. Maybe not on... not on the GM layer, huh? Oh, weird. Are these supposed to be 2x2? Three by three? I don't know. No, that doesn't make sense. Let's widen this a little more. Let's see what that text says. 70 by, yeah, 70 by 70, okay. Huh. These tiles just aren't quite on the line? That doesn't make much sense, but that's okay. That's really weird. They're like lined up perfectly. I don't know. It's fine. Just not what I expect. I guess, like, they're on the line for these, just not these, like, platforms, right? Okay, that's okay. It is on here, right? Yeah. That's so weird that this platform, just this platform, is like, nah. No, we're not lined up. It's okay, though. Oh, I keep putting them on the GM layer. Very smart. Yeah, we can just drop some buildings in here. Wow, that's pretty big. That's like 10 by... It's 9 by 9. Huh. Let's see what that looks like, huh? 3, 9. That's not bad. Kind of lines up well with that, like, south wall. Okay. Let's get some doors. I don't think that... This is 9 by 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah? I have some doubts that the doors are going to line up with that. But that's okay. Doubts unconfirmed. They're a little rough, actually. A little rough. I don't think those go with these. This one probably does. Nah. That's that same one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what doors are supposed to match up with these buildings. Like, these are fine, you know. Not a big deal if they're like not lining up perfectly. I just kind of feel like I'm using the wrong ones if they don't, because they were like designed for this and everything. 280 by 140, so that's like this maybe. Yeah. Certainly not. 280. Is that right? 70. Yeah, no, that is right. Weird. Looks a little... Oh, it should be by 4, not by... Yeah, I don't think that goes for these walls either. All right. Maybe I'm just being too picky. I know I do that a lot. Oh, rock background. Good to know. That looks like it goes to the basement ones. We can try it though. Yeah. Yeah, these have kind of that yellowish stone. The other ones are more gray. Lava pits. We'll probably put Salamander on one of these altars. Maybe we can throw that down. $350 by $350, so 5 by 5. That kind of lines up, right? Sure, yeah. Maybe we want him up top. Is that silly? Also, not to be nitpicky again, but that's not how shadows work. Trap catapult. All right. Let's have a lot. A lot of stuff. All end water feature. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do something a little weird. Let's just grab this guy. We're gonna just look at both of them, huh? He fits up here. Oh yeah, I kind of can't do that. Turning this token sideways doesn't really work. So he fits up here. This could make having to jump around for the angles more interesting. A little bit, anyway. Since this temple is kind of angled, if this was more square, I'd be cool with it, you know? But this might make angles a little hard to deal with. Especially with, like, I don't know, some of the spaces looking safe and then not being safe. The other thing I kind of want to do... I want to make the templates for, like, where Salamander's going to throw the fire. There are probably already cone templates I can use. Anyway. Just realized that these shadows are different directions, so that's not ideal. Let's do this. Turn all these. Kind of jumping around. Sorry about that. Not sure like what I want to... I think we have to scrap the temple idea a little bit. Part of the reason I started looking in here again was to see if there's like a version of this temple I can put out, or like a version of the map that doesn't have that, but I don't think either of those are true. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, no. So, can't square up the temple for our purposes. Probably makes it a little too hard to use, in my opinion. How's this Metroid track going? Got one more track, and then we'll switch it to something else. Something else. Let's see. So we can get rid of this door, of course. Wow, it doesn't line up to the grid perfectly here. I'm still suspicious of this. Am I doing math right? 630 by 630 is definitely 70 times 9, right? Well, it's fine. We can manually line some of this up. Gotcha. I'm pretty sure I've got it right. Let's zoom way out. So I think I want more of a, like a... This is gonna stay open. I want more of a little bit more of a building population down here, and maybe like over here. Otherwise, you know, not too many of the structures, I think. And I think we also just want... Brassier's lit all over the place. Are there any bigger fires? Since we're not exactly using this temple, we might as well throw a big fire on top. Might as well, you know? That's a little too... I don't perfectly like that. Let's see if we can, yeah. Might be too pixely. I'm asking for a lot there. 4x4? Let's turn it back around, make it 3x3. That's probably a little less egregious, slightly. Get this angle on there. To front. Let's look for another fire, maybe. Something a little more naturally big. How big is this? It looks fairly, yeah, that's pretty big. That probably does the job a little better. It's a little more appealing. Even if it is a slightly different style. I like these. I like these more wildfires. Even if I have to get the angle a little more correct on it. Yeah, okay. Do you get it, guys? Do you get that he's a fire thing? Have I made it obvious enough? Alright, back to the Mega Maps folder. Good, I'm glad I'm selling his brand correctly here. Let's see. I'm a little bit... I'm like having trouble talking today. Just a little bit. Coffee should help more. Alright. We're gonna get a couple more buildings out, and then we're gonna stock them with goblins and humans and maybe a couple of gnolls. Gnolls, for the most part, have not been ensnared by Salamander's, how shall we say, bullshit? But... holy. So that's 6x7? Wow, that's gotten stretched out a little bit. Let's make a guess. So this is 4, 6 by... it's probably wrong. It's probably 7 this way and 6 this way? Since some things don't line up perfectly, it almost doesn't even matter. Like... we can kind of make them whatever size we want and just line things up. Maybe we spin this. Oops. I think sometime in the next week before Persona comes out, we might take a look at Foundry a little more, trying to like set up tile sets there. I want to play with that a lot. A lot. And I don't really want to wait until like till another session gets canceled to do it, you know? Not really about that. What was this? 420 by 2080? Or 280? So that's... math, man. 6 tiles wide by 4. Put it there, maybe? Just make sure these line up a little bit with... I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna want to do lighting on this. So making sure the doors line up a little bit with the, tiles is going to be key for that. Gonna help out a lot, so try to keep that in mind. I wonder... Is there like a stone door kind of thing here? Yeah. Kind of. Kind of. Thought there were some heavier gates. I'm gonna put, like, just in case, I'm gonna put a door that goes inside this place. This could work. Stone bench. I think what I'm thinking of is these benches. I like darkened them and used them as like big gates before. We can use... We might actually just do the same thing. Might actually just do that. Let's see. So we've got like these stairs. Let's... This might be a little janky. This might be a little janky, just to give a little bit of warning. But we'll see. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay. Is that enough to imply like a stairway? Should I put some... Let's make it particularly obvious, huh? Let's just try a wall end before we try a torch. We probably have to darken this a bit too. It's in like the shadow there. Make it kind of the same stone here. That's not, yeah, that's not bad. What's the other one look like? Shoot, did I use wall end 1 or wall end 2? Let's try 2. Huh? No, that's wrong. Wall end. That's a little better, a little better. I figure I don't know. I figure the shadows are facing different directions on these, which is kind of what I want. You know, maybe if we just turn this one like this. Loath as I am to turn it once I had it lined up. Yeah, yeah. Something like that. Tell me, chat, does that look doory enough? Is this enough of a door implication to, What would you think of if you first saw that, if I wasn't telling you it's a door? Adorable. What really is a door? You know? Not where I was going with that question, but, If we define a door as a passage between one space to another, a mere block in my way, does this look like a mere... Would you suspect that there's a place to go behind this? Is really what I'm getting at. I wonder if I can just, like, I don't know. Can I hide this under that slab? We're getting deep in it. Let's do this. Shrink it just a little bit. A little bit. I didn't really mean all the way to back there. Like, let's take a look at that. Shrink it a little more. Not 100%, but players stupid when obvious thing thrown at them. All right. All right. Yeah, it's not what I want. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is why I try to edit things on, like, the token layer before moving them to the map layer, because so many times I just grab the background and just fucking throw it a mile. It's not generally what you want. Sometimes you can throw stuff off. Thankfully, this is pretty easy to align. So, you know, not terrible, but like some other maps, I've definitely moved individual tiles when there's like 50 of them. And been like, oh, fuck. Well, let me see. That's just one option available to us. If we had something with just like a handle on it, it would be way less hesitant. Anyway, let's add those torches before we start looking for an alternative door. Look at that! Like a glove fish. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. How about that? Is that more gate-like? Is that more door? I think that's looking pretty good to me. Anyway, this is probably gonna be irrelevant. This probably isn't even gonna come up. It's just like if they beat the boss and all the goblins are like, oh shit, actually they killed our god, as it turns out, and start like moving in on him, they might need an option, you know? Okay, let's see. Let's just search, huh? Gate? This is gonna come up with a bunch of wood ones. Or... I don't know about the arcane sphere thing. That's a little weird. Yeah, drop bridges. Not what I want. These are... stone arches. Gate blocks. Wood gate. Damn it. Oh. That's a little more direct, huh? Let's go ahead and pull that door on out. Thank you for the follow, AG3076. I'm gonna call you Agent 3076 for now. These are the doors I used. I think this is gonna be the one. Big old metal one. Or we might stick to, I don't know. Might stick to this. It's fine. I think I'm in the realm of overthinking it. But these might help. these like wall fixtured things. Okay, let's give this a shot. Just one last thing to hint at the nature of the gate. That's huge. That's a really big wall fixture. It's supposed to be 1 by 1, right? Yeah, let's shrink it down. All right, with that, I'm gonna say my job is done. I'm gonna say that's gate enough. Yeah. All right. Once again, back to the buildings and the doors and the goblins. The things that truly matter. Get rid of this. Get rid of the premium assets. Oh, it's still highlighted. That's kind of neat. That's nice. Bowl light. I think we want some tents too. Some more makeshift stuff. So maybe we'll save the room here and we'll put a couple buildings up here. So this is... Really? Did I read that right? Okay. 420 by 360. 630. I can read, I promise. Just make sure I have the right one. So that is 6 across? 6 across, yeah. And wait. 630, 10? 10 up? This might be too big. Let's get rid of that. Let's abort. Let's use this one. 4. No. Yes. 4 by 6. You can put a couple of them in here. Move back, please. Move back. Thank you. All right. Put the handle facing outside because, I don't know, that makes sense to me. Oops. Smart. Very smart. All right. Is there like a window thing? I could really figure that out later and just put them everywhere. I don't exactly know what a... Oh. The spike cart goes on the trap, doesn't it? The weird... The catapult trap. Alright, that's funny. Probably not going to... Yeah, there is a window. Neat. Probably not going to use the catapult trap whatsoever, but that's funny and neat. I'm glad it's there. Dang it. That first one lined up so well, I was hoping, but I think I alt-adjusted that one a little bit. I'm gonna have to go too wild with the windows. I think mostly they're gonna be on outward-facing surfaces. This, I imagine, is... I imagine it as some kind of guardhouse, so I'm gonna put a few more in this one. Nope, stay there, building. Right in the flickering light. That's what you want. Okay. We can bring that bigger building out here, maybe? I definitely want a couple of tents to be within range of whatever cones Salamander shoots out. I think maybe that's it for like the solid buildings. Okay, yeah. Let's get some tents. Same ones that were used in Burning Man's area. Cone of Tentacles, very nice. Oops. Splitting up the map as we do. Put that over there. Not gonna bother resizing a lot of these. Mostly unnecessary. Some of them are like 3x3 instead of 4x4, and I think that's fine. Away from the tree, thank you. All right. Maybe they'll, yeah. I don't think Salamander likes being too surrounded by people, so let's put the last couple over here. Hello, Cam. Welcome. How's it going? We're just putting together kind of, you know, like I said yesterday, I didn't really know what to prep today. So we're just kind of putting together Salamander's temple. Long day? Oh yeah. I am sorry to hear that. I suppose... You have a lot of long days right now? Or is this kind of an exception? How has your workload like been affected by everything going on? Staffing issues? Okay. That does make sense. Yeah. Yeah, that makes like even if there's less overall work, could still end up having more individual work just because of like people not being around. I think there's going to be some of that with Kiyomi's work in like public transit, because like one of our roommates was coughing a little bit, and basically because he lives with Kiyomi, they were both told just like not to work for 14 days. So yeah, if there's a lot of that going around the company, like they're gonna have some real serious issues, like getting drivers out there. Oh wow, okay. Huh. Huh. Okay. Wow, that's a very extra 10. Congratulations, Lynn. Let's get some bedrolls. Let's get a bedroll. Just gotta toss it over there. Oh, too long as usual. It's not true, but So yeah, Cam, to get you a little caught up, like I said, this is kind of Salamander's temple, just working on it. It's like let's take a look at the overall map. Let's take a break from putting down tents, and we'll well, that's a horrifying thing. So, all right, thanks, Lynn. So yeah, very exciting song for this. We're working on the island here. It's where Salamander is. And like below Salamander, there's just like a bunch of people on this island. A bunch of worshippers and servants, and also just people living now. In like tents and other buildings on the island below the temple. The temple takes up a sizable chunk of the island, but you know, not probably a little less than what's represented here. So the interaction here, as I've laid out in this handy little document, for the next session and the next little bit, I expect the party to be kind of mostly dodging patrols next session. They're gonna like get to this town that's over at the end of the peninsula. There's a town here that like sends boats with like supplies and worshippers and stuff across to the island. So they're gonna get to that town. They're gonna have to figure out a way to get across the water to the Simmering Island, and you know, if they try to find a different way over, they might run into some trouble, as we've discussed before. So get a boat or another way onto the island. There's like a lot of people on the island, worshippers of Salamander, a lot of camps, like a makeshift city beneath, and they're gonna have to figure out a way to get to Salamander, and I think it's gonna become clear that they can't like sneak in and assassinate him exactly. So they'll have to figure out what they're gonna do there. I don't have like a solution for them yet. What was the burning rock made of? It's just made of, let's just say it's made of like, oh, what's it called? Like a kind of obsidian from hell. That's the basics. Like the actual material is less relevant than like it's a hell thing. Oh, Jade Rock. That would be interesting, but not the kind of connection I want to make there. So yeah, the general idea is sneaking in and fighting Salamander are going to be difficult. I don't have a solution for them. They're going to have to figure one out. I don't know. We'll see what they come up with. They might just have to fight a bunch of goblins and people and such. Or like, I don't know. Yeah. The other thing is we sent, you know, they sent those gnolls that they ran into. They were like, yo, can you deliver a letter to the Guardian Harpy, the Guardian of the North? Like, they still don't have an actual name for. Yeah, leave it up to their ingenuity? Exactly. Where's the freaking... There it is. So, like, the party... We're currently on January 5th. If the party moves maximum distance every day, they're gonna get over here. They're gonna get over to the Simmering Island and, like, the town beneath, which I should get a name for it, now that they're kind of going into enemy territory a bit. I should get a name for the town. I think I've got to do some stuff. Be back in 10. No problem. No problem. I thought I had a name for the town, but I don't think I wrote it down anywhere. I just had it in my head, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a good name. And then forgot it. It's gone. It's not here anymore. So. Waifu Paradise. Probably not. But, I appreciate the suggestion. I'll think about it. I'll think about it a little bit. While we're here, there's actually some stuff that's relevant on this map. Some stuff that's relevant that I should mark down. Reload. I got this kind of handy, like, window, this tab suspender, which is, like, kind of nice, kind of great, but also... Yeah, whatever. Asgard. For this to load. There we go. So let's look here. I don't know if I've shown this off. Like, obviously, here's the hex key, the in-progress hex key for the world map. But there's like there's a search tab now that kind of works. As you can see, like, if it finds a result, pulls up details. If it doesn't, just as NA. It says you're probably in North America, I believe is what that means. Just kind of guessing. Just kind of guessing for you. So yeah, let's see. What are they gonna hit on their way? What do I have marked here? I think I have most of the highlights marked. It's like W35, that's down there too far. They're already past that, so we can delete that. This path is irrelevant now. W35, yeah, W's are all gone. U's are gone. S's are behind them. X's, V's, anything below Q. N? Yeah, N34. So this is where... Let's see if there's just like a house marker. Let's see if there's a map marker I can use instead of drawing one. This will be good enough, I think. So, grab this, stretch it out a wee bit. So, like, there's this here, and I know there's another one. H30? Yeah, a fort, the tallest thing in the planet horizon, visible in the south. Let's put another one there. I-33. Dry landscape, a tall watchtower can be seen, reaching up from the grass, night and evening. Smoke rises from the watchtower. So if they go straight through here, they'll probably run into that. Town with a tall wooden wall sits something. Yeah, okay. FF38. Or just F38. That's this one. H30? Where is H? here. Oh, that's the one I already... Okay. I-33, N-34, H-30, and then, yeah, okay. So those are, like, kind of the big landmarks. These are, like, where patrols are coming from. These are where they're most likely to get spotted, and these are kind of the big landmarks. We should mark some just villages down as well, because that's going to be more relevant than, like, the random villages they pass near Eden. I usually don't call out that stuff, but I'm going to try to be, one, better about it in general, and two, I'm going to try to be better about it while they're in Salamander territory, because they might need a place to rest, and I think it could run into some cool interactions. So... I don't think they're gonna go this way, but I know there's like a logging camp somewhere over here and like a landing over here to like float logs down the river. There's probably like some roads coming across this way. Maybe I should mark those down. There's a road that heads northeast from here. Yeah. Nothing? Okay. I went over to G39, but... Oh, that makes sense, actually. There's a long gap between G21 somewhere over there and G29. No, there's G25 and G27, which is also not relevant, actually. So, never mind. Never mind. What am I doing? G31 is what I mentioned. Yeah. I suppose I should... I think this needs to be sorted for the search to work properly. Right, that happens, though. Because these end tiles are not empty, they hold equals concatenate. So if you sort alphabetically, like shoots, yeah, shoots down the list. So G25, G27, still not there. Good. That's not how that works. Not a G, not GQ. 31. Right. A path of grass trampled to dirt that's through the area. In the tower in the southwest to the northeast. Fork in the path leads, not a fork. Yeah, it's fine. A T intersection in the path. We'll just stick with fork. Leads to the southeast. Yeah. And F32. Not. Again, that's not how that works. Dot dot F2. Path of carts and horse tracks. Cart, horse, and wolf tracks. Let's do that. Leads from the, again, southwest to the northeast. A village sits upon the path. Let's make this a secondary note. A village sits upon the path near the center of the area. Near to the center of the area. Smoke can generally be seen. It's rising from the village, leaving it far from hidden. So there's that. And gonna just keep it going on. E33. Path leads beside a small lake. Cutting from west to east. Dot dot. G34. Again, that's I'm not gonna read all of these descriptions if they like start traveling along the path, right? I just like, I might not read a description at all. I just see like, oh hey, you see a path, and then like I'll pull out some of the adjectives. These are like more for me, although some of these get a little too dense. Like a lot of these notes should be much lighter, really. The lighter they are, the more usable they are when the party is traveling 3 hexes a day. If I stop and I buy YouTube? That's concerning. Yes, continue listening. Rude. Rude. What was I saying? If I go on a long tangent about a descriptor in 1 hex, that's like not useful. It's not great. It slows things down too much. Well-traveled path. Leads, but like, if they run across this path, I'll probably read one description and tell them where it goes. Leads from southwest to the shore. It just leads from the southwest, then hugs the shore of Salamander Lake. E35. Continues along the shore from the northwest. Just do from the northwest. Yeah. The path branches from the shore, leading... yeah. Leading to a village, a farming village. Let's just say leading across farmland to the north. Fumarland, I can't type tonight. Farmland to the north. Or along the shore. In the south. Then E37. Dry grass meets, you know, it's greener grass near the middle of the area. The path is from west to east in the south. And that leads us to F38, which is where the city is, along the shore. So we just, yeah, let's grab H32. A path of primarily wolf prints leads from the northwest to the tower in the southeast. Watchtower. And then yeah, that leads us to I-33, which I think already has a description. Yeah, patches of tall grass interrupt the otherwise flat, dry landscape. A tall watchtower. Yeah. Small dense camp is built beneath the watchtower. Hobgoblins can be seen wandering about the camp. And then path of wolf tracks leads northwest to the camp from the northwest. So that's how you hammer out a bunch of hexes at once with very, very boring descriptions. But I guess the majority of landscape is boring-ish. So yeah, that kind of covers it. Welcome back, Cam. Just try to lay out some landmarks just for my notes that the party might run into along the way. I believe I said there was a town here. I guess it makes more sense. Almost makes more sense for the town to be like, wow, I have to make this town extremely big to even see it. Maybe I should find another one? Town. That's not ideal. Seaport? Not really. Oh, these are rough. Building. Maps, tiles, and textures. Let's see if free has anything for us. Not really. Not really. So weird. I don't think I'm searching for particularly strange things. I don't have to use like a perfect thing though, right? This is just for me. Where'd it go? What the heck? Give me this. Give me the seaport. What the heck? Get over here. Oh, now it's... Wow. Alright. Alright, roll 20. So there's this. Make it a little bigger for me. There's another one here. It's going to be up here. Just some villages they can find. And Cam, the thing I was saying as you were leaving is like, I've mapped out the day that the Harpies are going to arrive, and the party might arrive a little, like 2 days sooner over here. So they probably have allies on the way. Whether they know that and whether they wait for them is another story, you know? That's the end of the Octopath, I guess. What the? I don't have it on autoplay. Why did it like refresh? I'm so confused. It's fine. You guys sick of the Legend of Mana jazz covers? Because I might do that for a while. They'll need them, won't they? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Let's see. Should I reveal a potential spoiler? I don't know. Point being, yeah, the party might not succeed at fighting Salamander. If they do not, they probably won't instantly be killed. Not that the Harpies are going to come, like, rescue them. There's going to be a different situation. Yes, always. Yes to spoilers. Is that what that is? Sorry, I feel like the latency... Well, it's fine. Animal Crossing has taken over my life. Fair. I think the other village is in G27, the little, like, logging village. I can sure see that. Yes to spoilers? Okay. Y'all remember... I don't know if you remember Zima. The, like... The gnome mage. Who the party met in, like, the third session. The party effectively saved her from some bugbears after they killed her dwarf friend. And then they met her at the camp south of Brass, like the Brass's camp, south of the Green Rock Hill Watchtower. Talked to her a little bit. It's possible that she has been tasked / volunteered to follow the party and make sure they don't get themselves killed. Because, like, well, Brass doesn't like the party. Zima likes the party, and Brass wants someone to keep tabs on them. So that's the thing. So she is following along, keeping out of sight, and will be following along all the way to the Simmering Isle. So there's a little extra help in case the party gets captured. Let's mark a couple more villages. I want it to be particularly likely that they'll run into some, you know? I think I said that there's... Let's look at K35. I think I marked this down. But there's something... Let's resort. Yeah, sizable village. Yeah, why don't I have that on the list? Come on. Come on, me. So yeah, I already have a village listed there. There probably won't be anything along this line, but I think... Is there something in G29? No, right? Nothing in F28, nothing in G29. Weird. I sure had some thoughts. I was like, there's probably a village somewhere along here. Or along here. Like along the lake, because there's a landing here to like float logs down. Which I already mentioned once. So, like, there's probably a village that... I don't know, there's probably a village along this... There's just traffic along here, so it makes sense. So, weird that I just thought about that and didn't mark it. Anyway. Let's do G29 for that, huh? It's so weird, though. Is there one in H28? I'm really confused. Yeah, nothing here. Parts of the forest have been cleared. Right. H18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Coming out the flat side of the forest, the river stretches wide, flowing gently towards the small lake. Northeast, the landscape flat, grassy, only interrupted with occasional dip burrow. Okay, at one of the river bends, you spot a flattened dirt landing. And a simple stable. HH30, patchy grass, gives way to more lush greenery. Right, that's where the fort is. Alright, let's look at F. No, we already looked at F, didn't we? Man. Sus. Very strange. Okay. Let's go back to it. G29. Village. A village. Sits at the point near the lake. This probably should be a, like, secondary description. It's fine. Village sits at the point. What the hell? I don't want... Get out of here. Get out of here. We'll do it later. Man, do it later. Snooze. I don't know how long that snooze is for. Village sits at the point where the lake meets the river. That's all. That's all I'm gonna put there. We're gonna leave it like that. I'll add more descriptions if I want or need. Bam. There's that. Oh, and I said there was a fishing village over here. Like right here I said it was. So there's that. Oops. Yeah. There we go. Might as well. Might as well put that in N32, huh? I don't have anything there. Yeah, okay. Alright, N32, a fishing boats dot the lake, and a fishing village sits near the river on the northern shore. We'll even say it's large. We can say it's a large fishing village, you know? And the rub with a lot of these villages is going to be that, like, they're basically under Salamander's control. They don't particularly like adventurers from Eden coming through. Because either they're sympathetic to Salamander, or they're afraid of, like, being punished and just burnt to the ground. Like, one of those two is definitely the case for all villages in this kind of, like, cone, right? The wide cone. So that's the situation. Okay. Well, that's planned out. That's really all the work I care about tomorrow. For tomorrow specifically. So we're gonna go back to the temple. Yeesh, let's go back to the temple. I might. Let's take another quick break. I wanna stretch my legs a bit, and it's been a while since the last one, so before we jump back into this, I'll leave this temple here, this temple of Salamander. I'm sorry, Cam. It's been like an hour and a half. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm just gonna turn on my camera, and I'll be right back.